My name is Harold. I was rescued on August the 3rd of this year.
I was rescued on March 7, 2021.
I was rescued in August 2019, halfway up Mount Jian.
My knees were gone. I had no way to get myself out of the hill.
Turned out I had 4 broken vertebrae, 7 breaks.
He broke his neck and back, thankfully nothing spinal.
I turned to take a picture, and I turned back, and he was on the ground, and he was gray and not looking too good.
We ended up spending a very cold night on the mountain that we weren't expecting to spend, and I began to think, what if I have to spend a second night here? I do not know whether I will survive because I'm very tired, no sleep, and very cold. So it was a huge relief when someone was actually physically there and we knew we would be out that day.
Chilliwack Search and Rescue is a not-for-profit society. Currently has roughly 40 members, I believe 42. We have 5 members in training currently. As individual members, we're on call 24/7.
Every person on the team is a volunteer. We all have different jobs.
We never know when a call comes in, if it's a 2-hour call or a 7-hour call. So you kind of have to figure out what to do with work and kids and what's planned for the rest of my day and how I can fit in a call.
Since I've been on the team, we have grown in equipment, in vehicles.
1992, we did about 30 calls a year and had 1 rescue truck. Now we're doing 80 to 130 calls a year. We have multiple trucks. We can have multiple times. We are simply outgrowing this our current location. We have stuff spread out equally to the equipment that we need and the services that we provide. That we don't have the room. Also is the training expectations.
To be a member of Chilliwack SAR, each of the disciplines, water, ropes, over the years they've become certified courses, and so we have to recertify at different times for each course. So there's a lot of training involved. A lot of your time is spent training. And the hall we're in right now, when we first came here, it had been by Parks, and we had the one side of the building and the front office. And then this side here where we're right now, it used to be the recycling, and then when they left, we ended up getting that. So as you can see, we've got a door punched through between so we can walk through, but vehicles still have to go around. We have to go out on the road from side to side.
We kind of make it work. So it's often taking the time that, if there's certain members that show up early and they need to move out the boat in order to get to the rafts, in order to get that trailer out for us to use for that specific call, which inhibits us from responding as quick as we would like to.
Because the town is getting larger as well, more calls each year, more members are needed, more machinery, more locations for the training. We need to start now and have a facility that's really going to take us into the future too.
Because we are volunteers, we operate on our own. We don't actually fall under the city of Chilliwack's umbrella.
We have funding sources that we can use for the day-to-day as best we can. This project is different because there's not the funding source in place that we can pull from, so that's why we're kind of reluctantly reaching out to the community and seeing what we can kind of muster up from them. It's not really the team's mentality that we want to be asking for money all the time. We're kind of a bunch of volunteers trying to figure out how to raise a bunch of money to build a building.
It's something we've been looking at for over 10 years. I know it's something that we've been planning towards. We've been putting money aside, and unfortunately we're at a time where everything is so much more expensive than it was even 5 years ago. We looked at upgrading the building, and we were told that it's going to cost more to upgrade than it is to just knock it down and start fresh.
We have some drawings done for our new facility, and on paper it is a row of drive-through bays. So it's right now we have a wall in between. There'll be no wall in between. We'll be able to drive in one door, go out the other door. It'll be much more flexible that way. The office is bigger with a training room and a meeting room, which will fit us all. Right now, we go to the City Hall for our month-end meetings because our current building is just, we're pretty packed in there for meetings, so hey, it works much better. The new one will give us a room where we can actually have our meetings. We can do the training. We'll also have a command room where we'll have a radio set up and be able to start and run tasks from here. So it'll be really nice. It'll be looking forward to some of the freedom it'll give us and the time it'll save us.
The city has been very, very supportive for us, and they are putting forward a substantial amount of money towards the building as well. But there still is a shortfall, a significant shortfall that we need to address to move forward with our plan.
I think most people just don't at all realize that it's volunteer. They don't. You assume it's just like a paramedic, an ambulance, 911's there for you. Something happens, we'll just call. They're not here at the hall waiting for a call to come in. They're just dropping everything and showing up. If without search and rescue, we would have just, I don't know what we would have done, really.
These people do this because they love it. They're not doing this for personal gain other than they get to maybe help other people. And I think a search and rescue, as they outgrow this space, that in order to help the people of Chilliwack and the people that come visit here, they need to be able to have the space to do so.
We're extremely fortunate to have a group like that, and I'll be delighted if this new base comes to pass.
I just am grateful for them and hope many people will see the value of what they do for the community. They are an integral part of our community.
It's a team effort to get there. It's going to be a community effort to get it built. So I think it's going to be exciting. I think there's going to be a lot of gratitude. Thank you for your interest. Thank you for your support. And we really do truly appreciate it. And we're just going to keep working and trying to be the best that we can be to help you when you need it most.